So how did you transition from, that kind of fandom to wanting, and maybe you didn't even want to be involved, maybe you were pulled into it. How did you get involved?
It's really interesting. It's really interesting how I got into wrestling full time. I so I was directing and producing at a TV station in Springfield, Missouri, and the Bob Costas show was called Later. It's still on now. I think Seth Meyers hosted, but back then it went off the air, and we had this time available, and so we were just the station was, what would you like to do? It's a college town, so do you want to do a monster movie thing with like a ghoul, like what's his name, Svengoolie does today with the makeup, or an Elvira type show.
Mm-hmm.
And I blurted out, "Let's do a studio wrestling show." And I don't know why I said that, but I did. And we had the facilities to do it. And I said, "Okay, let's try it." And I did. And it ended up being World Legion Wrestling, and my partners were Harley Race and Gordon Soley. And then the station canceled the show, and I realized that I owned a pro wrestling company.
That's wild.
So it's really trippy how all that happened, and I'm very proud that WOW is still going today. Now it's called World League Wrestling
Mm-hmm.
in Missouri, and it's a trip that's still around, and people still enjoy what we started all those years ago. But that's how I got into it, and from that point on, luckily because of Harley and Gordon endorsing me, I had the opportunity to work for the WWF a lot, and WCW, and Corey Macklin's Memphis Wrestling, and there's a company for a while called Bad Boys of Wrestling, BBW. I think they're out of Oklahoma. And anyhow, I just learned a lot about how wrestling, the business side of it worked, and I really gravitated towards that. Being a promoter, being a producer, and then of course directing the television.